These are the only 10 warm-up exercises you'll ever need if you're managing diabetes. No equipment, no floor work if your knees don't love that. Just use some space and a chair nearby for a seated version, or if you want the extra balance support while standing. I can tell you that a warm-up is much more than just about not pulling a muscle. Most people warm up for flexibility alone, but if you're managing diabetes, your warm-up should also be working for you against heart strain, blood flow issues, and other complications the main workout can trigger. Before getting started, please make sure that your blood sugar is between 100 and 250 milligrams per deciliter, and that you've watched the relevant safety and instructional videos posted in the description below. Let's get into it. The first warm-up movement is marching in place. We start here because marching does something simple but important. It gets blood moving to our lower legs with very low impact. If you have neuropathy, this is your gentlest entry point, and it can be done seated or standing. 30 to 60 seconds, easy pace, arms swinging naturally. A warm-up should last 5 to 10 minutes and include light to moderate intensity movements. Now we bring in the upper body with arm circles. Small circles forward, then backward. I was reading through some research on frozen shoulder recently, and people with diabetes are 5 times more likely to develop it, and it causes a loss of movement. Part of how it can develop is from extreme immobilization of the shoulder, so let's keep mobilizing them. Next are ankle circles, and this one's a good one if you're prone to diabetic foot ulcers. Poor circulation in the feet is one of the sneakier complications, and ankle circles are one of the simplest tools we have to help. Small studies in patients with diabetes have linked foot exercises like this to real improvements in wound healing and blood flow, with no added risk. 10 circles each direction, each foot. Warm-up number 4 are air squats or chair squats. For air squats, we can start off with a partial range of motion and gradually try to increase, however low you can go while keeping a chest up position, with feet pointed out to 30 degrees and heels under the shoulders. Think of your thigh muscles as a storage tank for sugar. Every time you build muscle there, you're giving your body more room to store glucose instead of it floating around in your bloodstream. Next are torso twists. Rotate to the side, let your arms swing loose. This one wakes up our core and spine to help prepare our trunk for all the stabilization that we're going to be doing in our main workout. These warm-up movements aren't about chasing an overnight fix. It's about showing up for these 5 to 10 minutes of warm-up consistently before you even get to the main workout, because that's what's actually going to help keep you safe and provide a more effective workout, not some extreme program that throws you right into the high-intensity stuff immediately. Warm-up number 6 are leg swings or seated leg lifts. For the leg swings, hold a stable structure like a chair. No shame in a little support. Balance work is still balance work. Swing one leg front to back without rocking your hips back and forth. 10 reps, then switch. For seated leg lifts, sit at the edge of your chair with straight legs and alternate lifting them while holding onto the sides of your chair. This is prepping your hips for the mobility you'll need whether you're about to walk, bike, or lift. Now for our wall push-ups. This is the one people mentally file under not a real push-up because it's not on the floor. And that's not true. It's a beginner-friendly version of a push-up, and it's great for a warm-up. Wall push-ups warm up our chest, shoulders, and triceps without our wrists or knees paying the price, while pulling glucose from the bloodstream. This is what lets you build the upper body strength to carry your own groceries in one trip instead of 2. Hands on the hips. If standing, draw big circles with your pelvis. If seated, draw those circles with your torso. It may sound a little silly, but it feels great, and it's mobilizing joints that get stiffer than people realize from sitting all day. If you're looking to lower your diabetes risk through strength training, I'm actually currently offering a free one-on-one call for anyone who would be committed to execute on my advice. Check out the link in the description. Let's get back to the feet for heel-to-toe walks, because the feet are very important when dealing with peripheral neuropathy. Hold on to something stable like a countertop if needed. Walk in a straight line, heel landing right in front of your toes. This challenges our balance and keeps circulation moving through one of the areas that needs it most. If you're feeling daring, you can try it backwards, but be careful with balance. My first goal is to keep you safe. My second goal is to make you strong. Last up is a waiter's bow. Chest up, brace your abs, and for the standing version, slide your hands down your thighs until you feel a stretch. Come back up and keep repeating. For the seated version, take a wide stance and do the same thing with your arms across the chest. This really helps to loosen the hamstrings and lower back and prepare us for hip strengthening exercises like Romanian deadlifts. That's our 10 warm-up exercises. It'll take about 5 to 10 minutes, and they'll prepare you for whatever comes next in your exercise session. If you found this information useful and you're ready to start taking action towards lowering your diabetes risk and building strength that's going to help you to maintain your independence, then I want to take a minute to tell you about a brand new 12-week online strength training program that I'm developing. I've got a link to the waitlist for this program down in the description. And this program will go through all the key steps that can help you to lower your diabetes signs and symptoms, reclaim your physique, and live your best life. Basically, all the things that you need to know in order to start taking action. Action towards lowering your diabetes risk naturally. So if you think that you're ready, all you have to do is fill out the application using the link that I left down in the comments, and hopefully I'll hear from you live on a call. And if not, I'll see you around on the channel. Remember to make sure that you discuss any lifestyle changes first with your doctor. Thank you for watching.